All right, so you're starting your apprenticeship. That's huge. Your career is officially kicking off. And guess what? So much of it is going to happen online. But here's the thing. A single digital misstep can have some pretty serious real-world consequences. We're not just talking about keeping your data private. We're talking about being a professional. So today, we're going to dive into how to master your digital safety, because honestly, it's a core skill for your success.
So let me ask you this, straight up. Is your online self ready for your professional life? Because that line between your personal digital world and your career, well, it's not just blurry anymore. For a lot of employers, it's basically gone. The two are completely, 100% intertwined.
So first up, let's talk about your digital double life. What we mean by that is this idea that your online actions, even the stuff you do on your own time, have very real consequences for your career. This can create amazing opportunities for sure, but it also opens up professional risks you really need to manage right from day one. And here's the absolute key thing you've got to get. Safeguarding your well-being and your reputation, it isn't just a physical world thing anymore. In a professional setting, safeguarding means protecting yourself from harm. And yeah, your employer has a duty to help with that, but it also means you have a responsibility to act in a way that doesn't harm yourself, your colleagues, or the company's reputation. Your digital life is your real life, period.
Okay, so if your digital and real lives are basically the same thing now, how in the world do you protect them? Let's get into what I like to call digital self-defense. This is your first and most critical line of defense for protecting your data and, just as importantly, your professional reputation online.
This all starts with your digital footprint. Think of it like a trail of breadcrumbs you leave behind with every single post, every like, every upload you make. And you have to remember, that trail is often public. Employers and training providers, they are absolutely checking social media profiles now. This isn't about being paranoid, it's just about being smart and professional with what you share with the world.
Need a simple way to decide what's okay to post? Here's a fantastic rule of thumb. Before you hit share, just ask yourself, would I be cool with this being blown up on a giant poster at my workplace? If the answer is no, or even a little, maybe not, then just don't post it. It's really that simple.
Now, let's switch gears. We've talked about what you share. Let's talk about what others try to steal. Phishing is a massive threat. This is where scammers put on a mask, pretending to be your bank, a supplier, maybe even your new boss, all to trick you. And as an apprentice who's new to the systems and eager to help out, you can be a prime target for these guys.
So how do you spot a phish? You gotta look for the classic red flags. They create a fake sense of panic, like you have to act now. They ask for your personal details, or maybe the email address just looks a little weird. Always trust your gut. If a message feels off, it probably is. And remember, a legitimate company will never ask for your password in an email.
Your next line of defense is all about password strength. I mean, think about it. A weak password is like leaving your front door unlocked. A strong one, that's a digital deadbolt. The key is to make it long, totally unique for every single account you have, in a nice jumble of letters, numbers, and symbols.
And if you want to make that digital deadbolt practically unbreakable, you need to use two-factor authentication, or 2FA. It's like this. Even if a thief somehow steals your key, that's your password, they still can't get in the door because they don't have the secret code that just got sent to your phone. Seriously, turn this on everywhere you possibly can. Okay, so you've locked down your accounts. That's awesome. Now, let's zoom out a little. Digital safety isn't just about protecting yourself, it's about how you act as a good, responsible digital citizen when you're interacting with colleagues in the public online.
The social web, from your team's group chat to public forums, it has its own set of professional risks. You've got the obvious dangers like cyberbullying, but also sneakier ones, like spreading misinformation that could hurt your company, or online grooming by people trying to exploit your new position. It's so important to know what these dangers look like.
Let's focus on online grooming for a sec, because it follows a really predictable pattern. It starts out all friendly, they build your trust, and then they try to get you onto a private chat. And that's when the inappropriate requests start. The most important thing to know is this. If this pattern feels familiar in any online relationship, you must tell a trusted person right away. It is never, ever your fault.
A huge part of being a professional is respecting what we call digital consent. It's simple. Always get permission before you share a colleague's photo or a private message. What might feel like a harmless joke to you can be a massive violation of someone's trust and privacy, especially at work. All right, let's bring all of this right into your apprenticeship.
We're going to focus now on how you uphold professional standards when you're using your company's digital tools.
Believe it or not, virtual meetings have their own rules of the road. But the main rule is easy. Treat it just like an in-person meeting. That means keeping the chat professional, never ever pressuring someone to turn on their camera, and, just like in the office, reporting any behavior that isn't professional.
And this one is critical. You have to protect your own well-being. Digital tools can make you feel like you have to be on 24/7, but you are absolutely entitled to a work-life balance. Getting constant messages after hours isn't just stressful, it's a safeguarding issue. You have the right to set boundaries and to disconnect.
And finally, here's a vital piece of workplace wisdom. Just assume that all communication on company devices and platforms is being monitored. Your emails, your team messages, it's all potentially a company record. This is totally standard practice for safety and compliance, so just make sure every message you send is professional.
So let's bring this all together. Look, the goal here isn't to make you afraid of technology. Not at all. It's about turning all this knowledge into power, so you can walk away feeling aware, confident, and completely in control of your digital professional life. First, just be aware. Simply understanding that your online actions have an echo in the real world is the most important step you can take. Know the risks we've talked about and recognize how they can impact your safety and your professional reputation. And once you're aware, that's where confidence comes from. You now have the tools to spot the risks, whether it's a sketchy email or an unprofessional comment in a chat. So be confident in your judgment, in your ability to set boundaries, and in your right to report anything that just doesn't feel right. And finally, all of this puts you in control. When you're aware and you're confident, you're the one in the driver's seat of your digital identity. You get to use technology for what it is, an amazing tool to help you learn, connect, and build your career safely. So, I'll leave you with this question. After everything we've covered, what is the one step, the one simple thing you're going to take today to strengthen your digital safety? Are you going to go update a password? Turn on 2FA on your main account? Maybe just review your privacy settings. Your professional reputation is in your hands. Go make one small, powerful change today. Thanks for joining this explainer.